It's snowing outside, it's vacation week, you're getting ready to go out and do some skiing, whether it's downhill, cross-country skiing, snowboarding. You might find yourself through that red-covered bridge in Jackson, New Hampshire, and that is where you will find Ellen Chandler. She's with Jackson Cross Country, JSTF, Jackson XC, Cross Country Touring Foundation. Wonderful stuff, big network, people love it, and you must love the snow that is finally coming down from Mother Nature.
It is such a relief. We've been making the most of what we had for about a week now, and we have a great team at Jackson. They've been harvesting snow in every manner, whether it's been with shovels and rakes and brooms and the little tiny grooming vehicles. We have been making the most of it. We did continuous grooming just to keep it soft for the last 2 days, but what a treat now to have the real thing to work with.
And it's kind of nice. A lot of people, when they think of snow and grooming and stuff, it's downhill stuff. But with cross country, you say harvesting the snow. You then have to move that around. So it's like man and woman, women moved snow, right?
Oh, we were out there with snow scoops and putting it onto a pathway. And we, on one day last week, we had an area about the size of the footprint of a house, let's say, maybe a house and a barn. And we taught 29 people to ski there. I mean, it was over the course of the day, so there was plenty of space to move around. It had a little hill, but that was a really good feeling, a beautiful day. People who'd never skied before learned the basics, and now, look, they've got snow. They can go out and enjoy the trails.
It's a good way to end the year, a good way to start the year. And when we have the new year, of course, it's now sort of when things are really getting into gear for places like Jackson, and that is your seasonal programs. You have things across the board for all ages and abilities.
We really do. And I mean, one of our biggest and most popular, and the one that starts this very Friday, is the Friday Gliders. It's a program that's been going on for many years. I'm going to say decades even, or at least over a decade. And it's from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. We divide people into groups, or we let them divide themselves into groups. So they self-select about how fast and how far they want to ski. And the ski time is about 2 hours, 1 to 3.
Right.
One group just hits the trails and doesn't look back until they turn back. And then there's another group that actually just stays on the golf course and skis completely at their own pace. At 3 o'clock, they come in and have snacks and beverages and socialize. It's sort of like it's the golf tournament of skiing, and it happens every week, every Friday.
Nice.
On the other end of things, we have our newest program, and I brought my prop, Toddlers and Tots. And Toddlers and Tots is to help people who get their family started skiing.
Sure.
I bet someone took you skiing for the first time.
It just threw me downhill. They just take me to the top. But yes, of course.
Your personal resilience made you come back.
Yes.
Most of us were introduced to skiing by our parents or some older adult, and it's gone on for generations in families. But some people would like to start their family skiing, and they might not have that family support. It's not always easy to take a toddler out skiing, especially if you have a toddler and a tiny child. So we're calling this Toddlers and Tots.
Nice.
It's absolutely free, 9:30 to 11:30 every Tuesday morning, starting next week on the 7th. And we have our regular rental skis for children and adults. And then we just realized that some kids, their feet are too small for ski boots. And so we got several sets of these little, I call them kiddie skis.
Yes.
And they have a little pattern on the bottom, so they are a cross-country ski.
Right.
They have a free heel. Just put the child's boot in there. That way you're not changing the child's boot.
Sure, it's one less thing to do.
One less thing to do, which is important when you're getting a kid started. And they can go out and ski. They can actually ski indoors on these, just to get the feeling of it. And then they can go out. We're also including free use of our little pulk sleds. So people can go out and just get the feel for it. We're inviting, whether it's parents, grandparents, nannies, au pairs, anyone who's in charge of the children from 9:30 to 11:30 that day. We'll have volunteers to help you inside, just the first time you go to a rental shop, a little daunting with, an infant and a toddler maybe. We'll have people indoors to help you get set up and people to lead little tours.
Nice,
so
nice.
Toddlers and Tots. And then in the afternoon, we have our Nordic speed camp for older kids, where we time them and we offer free coaching from 3:30 to 4:30.
Nice.
So,
and if people want to sign up, they can go to Jackson, also website or phone call.
JacksonXC.org. And the Toddlers and Tots is open on a drop-in basis. You don't need to. The people have enough going on. If you have a toddler and a tot, or even just one of them, you've got a lot going on. You can just show up And
Nice,
we
nice.
call it rolling start. You don't have to show up at 9:30.
Gotcha. You're there between that during that window.
Yeah,
and
that
they'll
we've got a
take care
window
you.
of
Nice.
opportunity, and we'll be there ready for them.
And you also have some guided snowshoe.
Yes, we have
things
guided
there?
snowshoe tours. Weekends and holiday weeks, they go at 10 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also generally have a tour on Tuesdays at 10 o'clock.
Nice.
And they're always available as a by reservation.
And also some races.
We do have some races this year. We will have on the 12th of January, we're having the Jackson Jaunt.
Mhm.
We had hoped to have it this past weekend, but we decided to move it ahead to the 12th.
Sure.
That's a 10K classic race. Then on the 26th, which is a Sunday, we're having the Freeman Frost
Yep.
half marathon. That's a mass start classic race. And then on the March 14th, which seems like a lifetime away,
Yes.
but it's right around the corner, we have the long haul Loppet, which will a longer skate race and
Sure, nice.
making use of the haul trail.
Super, super,
Yeah.
because you never is going to show up for these events. I mean, you've had top college racers, Olympians, so
Exactly.
Sort of the cross-country world just goes through Jackson cross-country skiing.
They come through the covered bridge and through our front door, and then we help them find the right trail.
Excellent. Well, Ellen, thank you very much for stopping by, and head through that covered bridge today, and they will help you find your path into the woods. We'll be back
Well, you
after
bet.
this.